To begin with, I'd like to introduce Rob Osborne. Rob has been working with us as from the very, very beginning. The project came about because Rob approached the Red Room Company to see if we were interested in developing this particular program. And Rob has worked with the Department of Corrective Services, or works there now, running their audio and visual units and various other components to that. So Rob films every single workshop that we do, which means we have a terrific collection of all this footage of how the poetry program has worked since the beginning. So I'd like to begin with welcoming Rob.
Thank you all. It's really very gratifying that so many of you have taken an interest in the project. I would like to pay my respects to the Gadigal people and to their elders, past and present. I think we should also remind ourselves, though, that a disproportionate number of their descendants are actually currently occupying prison cells. The Australian Institute of Criminology report that was released on Friday tells us that there are approximately 30,000 inmates in Australian prisons, and of those, a truly shocking 25% are Aboriginal. That is a genuinely appalling figure, and it shames us all. Part of the emphasis of the project has always been working with Aboriginal inmates, and some of the material that I want to share with you today will showcase that. Just a brief word about the background. I'm the manager of a small multimedia production unit. We have a range of fairly standard, conventional corporate responsibilities. But an important dimension of our work, and this is the aspect that has brought us into partnership with the Red Room Company and to work with these other poets who are here today. We work with teachers in individual jails, using media technologies to develop more engaging and hopefully more rewarding types of educational experiences which are on offer to inmates. In terms of what I want to share with you today, the first clip comes from Belunda. Belunda is a diversionary program. It's located in northern New South Wales on a spectacularly beautiful working cattle property on the Clarence River near Tabulum. And it's diversionary in the sense that the residents there can go there after conviction but prior to sentencing. And the period of time they spend there, frequently around 6 months, is devoted to fairly standard alcohol and drug programs, but also numeracy, literacy, and a cultural reconnection program which is underpinned by connections with the local Bundjalung elders. So the piece that we're about to screen first was part of the Unlocked workshop. We worked with literacy teachers, with an art teacher, and a local lawman whose name is Lewis Walker, who's also a musician and a dancer. And the part of the workshop that we're going to screen involved some of the residents reading their work in English, and Lewis Walker then translating in the first instance into Bundjalung and in the second into Kamilaroi. Unfortunately, we can't screen images of inmates, so I'm going to run this audio over a still image of Lewis Walker when he was conducting that outdoor workshop. So can we have the first clip, please?
And look here, you fellas, I'll take you to a beautiful island. I can't wait to see all your faces. Ask Big Rob. You're going to be smiling.
Yeah, nga bagar nginga. Nga yalgan gan. Nga yalgan gan nga wuruwin. Nga gongan nga jagun ngi. Nga jalang nga jiyo nga bawgiring nga malangi nga.
But the boys from the beach were saying proud and tall, where the brightest star was shining in the sky amongst them all.
Nga janigan muna ngayon. Nga budaga nga. Nga jinang bi nga wurungan. Nga no undu ngaya baprungo ngaya jionga.
And thank God for them 3 brothers in their canoes, because guess what? They form the Bunzalang Nation, and that's why we have to teach the next generation.
Ngaya bugul wembele nga mama nginga ngaya yapra nginga bana munangi ngayang bogri ngayang bur nga wajele nga banjalang nga.
No more tears to shed. Love has been torn to shreds. No more tears to shed. A deceitful life of lies. No tears for you, no tears to cry. No love left to fill that empty void. My heart you stole, my love you destroyed. Years have passed, years have gone, picking up broken pieces of a heart scorn. True love gone, no love for another. Betrayed by a friend, a mate, my lover. For years my heart you bled. No tears for you, no tears to shed.
Oh, deadly.
Camilla Roy.
Camilla Roy. Yo. Bayin bu ngaya straight ngi. Muro ngaya jungalan ngaya jongwana ngaya. Muro nga jor ngi nga wana be ngaya. Muro ngaya wija ngaya bu ngaya jongwana ngaya. Ya yan bu ngaya guru bor ngi ngaya barengen ngaya juga ngaya bu. Muro ngaya jangal ngun ngaya buru ngaya buru. Paring kunyan, ngayang boya ngay, tunggalang yan.
Okay, I'd like to follow that by screening a second piece, and this involves Nick, who's on the platform today, and you'll be hearing from him shortly. What attracted me about this particular piece was it exemplifies the collaborative approach that we try to always adopt. And the background is that Nick had written a poem which was based on his experiences in the unlocked workshops at the South Coast Correctional Centre. And I have been teaching at the Compulsory Drug Treatment Correctional Centre, which, as the name suggests, focuses on inmates whose criminal history is connected with their drug addiction. And in the course of delivering audio and video production courses, I discovered 2 quite remarkable musicians, one of whom is a rapper, a spoken word performer, and the other is a guitarist and singer. And we're planning to run the workshops at the Correctional Centre. So as a way of introducing the idea and promoting the forthcoming workshops, we invited Nick to come in and to perform at a planned Harmony Day concert. I gave Nick some of the recordings that I'd made of the 2 inmates performing in the jail. Nick supplied us with one of his recordings, which was the poem with a musical background that was a sample of an old blues song called Back Home. They rehearsed their own version of that, and the spoken word performer wrote a verse which was a response to Nick's verse, which I then gave back to Nick as a digital file. On Harmony Day itself, the 3 of them met up for the first time, and together with Tim, the chaplain, who's a man blessed with many accomplishments, including the capacity to play blues harmonica with real deep feeling. All 4 of them had about half an hour of a run-through, and the recording we're going to play now is the live consequence of that digital collaboration. Unfortunately, again, still imagery has been substituted for the images of the 2 inmates, but the real power and the magic is in the music and the words. So I'd ask you to listen carefully, please, and Back Home.
No, Lord, will I ever get back home? Whoa. No, Lord, no.
Yo, locked down in a cell, he lays down in his bed, hopes to sleep through some hours of this living hell. Closes his eyes for a minute and thinks of his girl, missing her so badly, wishing he could kiss and tell her all the things that he didn't, cause he's been sitting in this jail with these four walls, a constant reminder to him of how he failed. Now every day he has to live with the mess he made. And on their cigarette breaks, the boys walk the yard. In a straight line, they march to their own beat. Back and forth, they pace like waves crashing on the shore. Today has happened before, and tomorrow comes slowly. Past the sterile zone, he still dreams of the day he can get back home. Waiting on a free will of his own, and he'll step into a world unknown. And it goes,
No, Lord, will I ever get back home? No, Lord, no. Will I ever get back home?
Ever give up? No way I could withstand it. Close to my heart is when my freedom is implanted. I can't sit down and wonder why my vision is blurred out. And that's just how it is from my kid to how I turned out. Looking through my review mirror through love and pain. I guess that's just my love for the game. It's a shame from the south to the east, including Paris and Rome. My only question is, will I make it home? On my own, I'm like a savage for money. It's cause I'm hungry as hell. I mean, no disrespect, but ghetto stories to tell. But oh well, it's like a maze to this jungle. How would I survive? We live to die, so I'm humble. Wonder why I was raised this way. My only home is a cell. No need for your sympathy, cause I'll be waiting for mail. Couldn't really tell you what this means to me. To get me home, I call upon Tinnick and my homie G.
No, Lord.